I'm War Machine. I was born in Canberra. I'm 30 years old. I moved to the Gold Coast, and here I am. How I came up with the name War Machine was I was sitting out in front of the gym one day. I'd just come off a bender. I was restarting, you know what I mean? I was trying to get sober, but I couldn't. I was trying to get sober, but I couldn't. This song come on. It was actually called War Machine. I think it was by Guerrilla Warfare or something. And it was singing about being a war machine, like being resilient, overcoming things. You know, you get beat the fuck down, but you still keep on moving forward. And I just related to that so much. I went into that gym. I fucking cranked that music. I was all, you know, juiced up, ready to go. And I just fucking hit that workout like nothing else. And since that day, War Machine just stuck with me. I built my brand on it, built my logos, this and that. It's now become not an identity, but essentially it is an identity, but it's also a group. You know what I mean? It's for everyone to be a part of. People that are serious about actually making a change, not the people that, you know, they're just the average Joe. It's not for the fucking average Joe. It's actually the opposite. I don't want it to be publicly acceptable. I want War Machine to be about the people that have struggled and beaten adversity and are actively trying to get better and better and better, but not just, you know, content with being fucking normal. Fuck normality. I don't want to be normal. What gets me going every morning, what gets me out of bed would be not directly the thought of the things I had done to the people that I loved or love, but essentially being better and not being that person again. So essentially I see it like there's two different people, you know what I mean? Like you've got a subconscious in a sense that wants to beat you down. It's that voice in your head that keeps telling you you're a fuckwit, go use drugs, go do this, go do that. And there's the actual me, which wants to be better. So everything I do in my life, I'm trying to be better, better, better. That's what gets me going in the morning to make sure I don't ever fall back into that old fucking path. And it's taken time, but it's not like I'm motivated every morning. It's just part of who I am now. I've got a structured routine. I write a grateful list. I have a cold shower. You know what I mean? I surround myself with people that want me to be better. So I've changed circles. I've done the work to get to where I am so that I don't need the motivation to continue with it. That's what gets me out of bed every single morning. So when I say don't be a fucking loser, I don't mean to be a cunt. But essentially what I mean is don't do anything that is just going to make you weak in the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like you're always going to be trying to get better. And I understand some people will say, oh, don't be a loser. Like they get butthurt about it. And you know what I mean? It's not for everyone. I don't want that person. I'm not interested in it. I want people and I want to help people that are sick of being a fucking loser. They've felt the shame. They've felt the guilt. And they want to get better because that's where the whole loser comes from. It's from being a loser, but having the shame, the guilt, like the regret. You wake up in the morning and you're just fucking sick of doing what you're doing. That's what you need to experience to get to the level of mentality that I'm relating to when I say don't be a loser. So coming off of the don't be a loser comes the aggression with training, right? Like I'm big with aggressive training. When I say aggression, I don't mean being some fucking huge ego fuckwit, you know what I mean? Like what I say when I mean aggression is just putting your whole might into it, putting full effort into it. And not everyone can be as aggressive as what they need to be to train. You have to have felt like a loser. You have to have felt like a failure. You have to have let your parents down, let your partner down, let your kids down. You have to have reached that bottom part to actually apply the amount of effort required to train with the intensity that I'm talking about when I talk about aggression. I don't mean go punching on with people. Like I'm fucking not for that at all. I put, you know, headphones on, heavy metal. I crank the set. I'll be screaming in the set. Like, man, if you watch some of my videos, you'll see me sitting on a leg press. If you watch it close enough, you see I'm crying on that leg press. You know what I mean? Like after I've done that set, I've went to such a deep, dark place, which for me personally is going back to when I was like 14, remembering that I loved bodybuilding. I wanted to be jacked, but like no one believed in me. Like it wasn't cool back then. There was nothing to it. There was no money in it. You know what I mean? Like people wanted me to be a good student, but I wasn't a kid that liked school. So I think when I was younger, looking out to, you know, how I let my parents down or how I let my extended family down, looking at like how I wasn't enough. So I put that into like a rage in my head and I will be sitting on that leg press and I will think about that so intensely that I will be shivering, like fucking full shivering, almost crying, but not in a soft part, and crying in an aggressive, like I want to make sure that I don't fucking let anyone else down again and that what I was doing is worth something. You know what I mean? Like that is a gift that I had at 14 with the gym, and that I found the gym and training. And I want to show everyone that I'll make something through this gift, and that I was fucking right, and that you can do what you want to do in this life. And that's where the aggression for me is just fucking explodes, man. Like, that's the only drive I need to have. I don't think violent thoughts. I don't think things like that. People say they think about bashing people that they hate. I don't think like that, bro. It is what it is. Like, find your drive at the end of the day. Find your level and your thought to get to that aggressive point. So when it comes to aggression too, like, it's when you ask if it's a genetic thing, is it learned, is it a spiritual thing? It's a bit of all of it, right? I would say some people just simply don't fucking have it. Some people are just fucking bitches. It is what it is. They don't have that drive. They don't want it bad enough. A lot of people that I relate to, they've been through, you know, drug addiction or abuse or something. They've developed the rage and the aggression in the wrong part, right? They've got the issue, but now they need to channel it into something good, which is essentially training or doing something that's benefiting them, still through aggression, but it comes through as effort instead. And when it comes to can you teach it to someone? I don't think you can teach it to someone that hasn't been through something that they can pull the dark energy from. And some people just can't use that energy because the dark energy that they're grabbing, it actually fucks their current day up. So like they'll just be dwelling in the fucking past. When I think of shit when I'm training, I don't dwell on that. Like, once I've done the set, I don't fucking think about it. It does not bother me in the slightest part. I know people that they'll train like that and they'll get a good workout out, but since the thought of that traumatic shit, they now fuck their current day. And then there's the spirituality part of the aggression in training, right? And for me, that's a huge part of it. Like, somewhat of a sense, you're praying at the gym, right? Like, I've prayed at the gym many, many times, especially when I was struggling with drugs. I would just sit there in the corner of the gym and just pray to get me through the workout, pray to be better. And now that I'm on the other side of it, I still fucking pray. Don't just forget, now that you're out of the dumps, don't forget that you need to thank and still connect with who you were praying to at your worst moment, which is, for me, it's God, right? So when it comes to spiritually, when I'm training, there will be times I'm having a heavy, heavy set where I think I'm going to injure myself or something. I will take the time to sit there and pray that I get through it and to find the strength. You know, like, there's a funny clip from the Trent Twins, saying like, "I'll give me the test of 1,000 men." Like, whatever you need to do, man, like, that's fucking hectic. Like, definitely align with something bigger than yourself in the universe and pray to get the power and deliver it out, you know, in whatever sense it may be. So when I'm training and I talk about being aggressive but still talking to God, right? Like, a lot of people would think that's a hypocrisy or it doesn't go together, right? And they might think it's vulnerable that I think that there's a God, or let's look at it as like a weakness thing. To me, it's only strength, right? Like, being aggressive with my training, it's not in a negative sense. I'm not going to punch someone in the head. As soon as I'm done with the set, I'm the happiest man alive. You know what I mean? It's not to be twisted. I use that aggression as an effort, and I execute on it. And I talk to God to help me get there as well. And I make promises to God on that fucking leg press to better my life. People that don't look up to that, or they see it in a negative way, or they see it as like a weakness, I would question, you know, why they see it as that. I'd also think, like, do they think that they are the end all be all? Like, there's always someone greater than you, even if it's not spiritually. There's always someone in this life that is better off than you, better looking than you, stronger than you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not all that. Like, drop the fucking ego. Like, people look at me and they think I have an ego. I have zero ego. I probably need more of an ego. The drugs destroyed all self-confidence that I had. I'm only now rebuilding it. You know what I mean? Even talking to this camera right now, it's huge for me. Let alone uploading it and everything. You know what I mean? Like, ego is not even part of the question. And I'm not saying people that don't have a spiritual compass, in a sense, running off ego, but I just think that everyone can benefit from believing in something other than themselves, like something to align them. You know, it could be anything. Like, I know people that look up to their mum, or like their mum may have passed away and they do it for their mother who's passed away, or their dad. Like, find something that you can connect to and draw power from. Like, when you think about this, man, it should make you tear up. Like, that's how much it hits your heart. So you need to turn that into a strength. There's nothing weak about it. Use it in the gym. Use it when you're talking. Like, this is how I talk passionately. Like, it just fucking flows out of me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious about this stuff, man. People don't talk about it. People are scared to talk about Jesus. People are scared to talk about spirituality and stuff because it's not cool. Bro, I don't fucking care if it's not cool. It saved my life, so I'm going to keep talking about it. So how I really got, talking to God was in hospital, to be honest. Like, I always spoke to God before. When I wasn't sober, I always prayed to something to help me get out of this hell, you know what I mean? Like, I always begged something. That's how you really meet a higher power, is when you're at the bottom and you then, try to climb up and you find it when you really, really need it. But the big thing is to not forget about it once you get better again, right? Like, you need to keep giving it credit. You need to keep that relationship going. But for me, like, I was in hospital, man, my liver tumors, I was bleeding out. They thought it was a gallbladder stone. They thought it was it could have been anything. Like, we didn't know what the fuck it is. I went into the hospital thinking I had a gallbladder stone. Turns out I had a heap of fucking tumors. I got 50 tumors, 50 little ones, and 2 10-centimeter ones. And they were bleeding. So I was literally dying in hospital. The doctor didn't know if it was 3 different things. And these 3 different things had different consequences. 2 of them, I was dead at 20, 28, 29 years old. 1 of them, I would make it. And luckily, it was that one where I made it. I'm obviously still here. But at that moment, I didn't know that. So when my family was gone, everyone was gone, I was in the hospital bed by myself overnight, multiple nights. I sat there and I prayed to God. I said, please, I will never touch that white fucking shit again. Just help me get through this. Please make it not cancer. Don't make it this. Don't make it that. Just help me get through it. And it worked, man. Like, I got out. I'm still here. I've changed my life. I don't use drugs. So like, who would I be to now not talk about it? When I was at my worst, I was begging. I nearly died. I was in hospital nearly dying, and I'm sitting there begging. Some would say like a pussy, like begging, but I made it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, why would I stop giving him praise now? So I'll take you back 1.5 years into my life, right? Compared to where I am now. So 1.5 years ago, I was still using drugs in active addiction. I was addicted to cocaine. I didn't drink and did none of the other shit. I was just abusing steroids and abusing cocaine. And obviously I abused the steroids because I was using the cocaine. So it's just like a fucking, a leverage point to try to make yourself bigger and better, but you just keep dragging yourself down with the coke. So I was like, you can't even that shit out, man. Both of them just fall to the ground. Anyway, so I was going through that. Had my hospital incident, got sober for 6 months through the fear of dying, relapsed 3 times, probably over like a 3-month period, messaged Darcy on the 3rd time, and never used again from that point, right? And now I'm just over 9 months sober, and my whole life is completely different. I own my own business. Me and my missus have a great relationship. I've rebuilt my relationship with my family. We have money again. Everything's going well again. 1.5 years ago, we were in a position where we couldn't even afford toilet paper. Like, we literally couldn't afford the basic essentials. We couldn't even go grocery shopping. I was so socially fucked from drugs, I couldn't even go shopping in the grocery store or the shopping mall because I wouldn't be on drugs, but I would just be so coming down all the time, I guess. I would be walking, I'd just be freaking the fuck out. I wouldn't like it. It was a sense of social anxiety. I couldn't even speak to people. And I'm not lying to you, man. Like, unless you've hit this level, you won't relate to what I'm talking about. You think, oh, it's just cocaine, it's just fun. Man, it is as toxic and as strong as any other fucking drug if you abuse it enough and for long enough. There's different levels of it. It starts out fun, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it just keeps digging down, right? It's like with the amounts. You start small and you can never have enough of it. So yeah, I couldn't afford basic fucking supplies, you know what I mean? Toilet paper, this, that. To where I am now, where I run a business, I can afford to hire a cameraman to do this for me. I've got my own. I'm working full time, but I've managed to drop days doing that, just working for myself now. Like, I'm nearly fully 100% self-employed without working for someone else. I fucking hate working for people, man. Like, I can't work for someone else. I have to work for myself. I never knew how to direct it into my own thing. This is my thing. I turned the pain into the fucking thing. You know what I mean? I've learned and helping people through this. So when it comes to the hard truth about building muscle, or even fat loss as well, is it just takes fucking time. Like, just continue doing what you're doing. Listen to your coach. Listen to everything he says. Question him if it needs to be questioned. Don't chop and fucking change. Even myself, when I coach myself, I chop and change. I'm too extreme. I want more. So I do more, take more, eat less. You know what I mean? Listen to your coach. He knows what he's doing. Just talk to him. Or he might be a shit cunt. He doesn't know what he's doing. But always trust your gut and just listen to him, right? When it comes to other problems, like mindset problems, like you're feeling depressed, anything like that, you're depressed, you've got no energy, you've got no motivation, if my clients come to me saying that, I will always recommend something like book work, like some grateful list kind of stuff, like just a reflection of a sense, something where you take a moment of your day, even twice a day, where you sit down with a book and you write how you feel, or you write something you're grateful for. It could be anything, right? It's always different on the situation. And they always say, yeah, I'll do that. They never do that. If you do that, you will get better because you're subconsciously telling yourself, this is what I want and this is how I'm going to do it. You've got a plan. But if you wake up every morning and you're just winging it, knowing you feel like shit, you're just hoping you get a good day, guess what? You're not going to have a good fucking day. So a lot of my clients will soon find when they come complaining to me about some bullshit, which none of them actually do because they probably know how I am. But essentially, I have a solution all the time, especially with mindset work, right? Like if it's diet or training, like it's easy, man. Like you just change something, it's an instant fix, right? When it comes to the mindset, it takes more effort from the client. They need to wake up every morning. They need to do the book work. I have a bunch of clients and a bunch of them have said they'll do the book work and they just simply don't. And that's fine. It's not for everyone. But if that same client come up to me and complained about being depressed, this and that, guess what the first thing I'm prescribing them is? It's that. So my whole life, man, I've had like a lot of self-disbelief, right? Like whether it was from other people not approving of who I am. But what I plan to do in the next 5 years, which is what I've always wanted since I was 14 years old, I'm 30 years old now. So I've had this seeded in me since that fucking age, was I want to open up my own gym, nothing big, something small like this place. Have people train there, like a normal gym, hardcore gym, people that relate to me, you know what I mean? Like not hand-selected clientele, but in a sense, yeah, if I don't like you, you're not fucking welcome. You know what I mean? Like if you're a fuckwit, you just won't come here. It's that simple. And I know there's a market of people like that want to be better, just like myself, right? So what I also want to do is help kids. And I want to use this gym to help kids that are either hooked on drugs, they've lost their parents, just kids that are just, you know, like the kids of these days are just fucking rooted, man. They've just got no fucking hope. A lot of the time they don't have fucking parents or their parents are a complete fuckwit. I want to come, bring the kids to the gym a couple nights a week, teach them how to train, right? Give them a program, teach them how to train. They train in my gym for free, obviously. Give them some inspiration, teach them how to train. And one day, hopefully, when they fall down a bad path, they remember or they have the love of training that keeps them sober or keeps them out of the prison cell or whatever it may be, right? Like they've got that love for training. Or they've got that outlet at least. Some of them might not fucking like it. That's fine. Like they've got different avenues for those people. But for me, if I didn't have training since 14 years old, bro, I wouldn't be here. There's no chance I'd be here. Like prison is one thing, but just fuck, man. Like the shit I would get up to, especially on drugs, when I had training, like I still had training to fall onto. You know what I mean? Like these people don't even have training to fall onto or anything to fall onto. So I can imagine what I would be like if I didn't actually have training to even fall onto. I'd be, dude, like the sky is the limit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? A thing that I noticed like a lot in this day and age is like just fake cunts, like fake people that don't support you, should I say? People that you thought were your mate or when you were down and under, they were your mate, you know what I mean? You need anything, bro, this and that. But then when you reach out, for example, to start something like I've started like a podcast or you get sober or you get a good job or something, they just fucking disappear, It's like they're nowhere to be seen. Do you know how much it helps a small business to share their shit, to comment on their stuff? Like if you know where that person been where they started, and where they are now, like you should be encouraging people. I always encourage people, man. Like encouragement is a huge thing. Encourage. Help people get better. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're just going and following fucking Tom Hardy or fucking, you know, some famous cunt that fuck knows what they've done in their life and you don't even know them, they would never even reply to your comments, but you go fucking jerking off over them, cunt. It's like, bro, why are you supporting them when you got people that you pretend to love all around you? They don't expect the support back if you've been a cunt to them. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that this world is full of people that don't actually want to see people going well, which is fucking weird. So when you do have friends that really do support you, which I've got a bunch of them, proper good mates, bro, I remember who you are, you know what I mean? And I'm always there for you. And I pray that all of you people can also find people that are there for you and support you with everything that you do 100% wholeheartedly. No strings attached. That's a big fucking part. Fuck yeah.